Hey everyone! Today, we're taking Havenport Circuit to a whole new level by building a roller coaster that weaves directly over the speedway itself, with near-miss moments, massive scenery upgrades, and cinematic interactions throughout the area. This project quickly turns into one of the coolest expansions we've ever built in Havenport. And trust me, you're gonna want to stay until the end for the full cinematic POV ride on this exciting coaster. Welcome back into Havenport Park, you guys. I honestly am so excited for today's episode. There have been some changes that I made off camera, which I'll show you guys right now, but wanted to show you guys this first. I'm testing out some signs to make. We have the boardwalk, the official boardwalk area over here, and I'm debating to either have one embedded into the path like it is right now, or have a large floating sign, not floating actually, floating right now, but have a large the boardwalk sign where we have maybe supports coming from both sides of the path and then meet in the middle, or we do both. So we have options. And then over here, I love that right there with the trident sign on the coaster. We need to do something similar for Colossal as well. And then over here we have the coastal circuit area. And quick shout out to Smiling Oma, as well as Marvy G also pointed out. He let me know on Discord that they were kind of sad the palm trees had gone away. Actually, I just realized, where are my palm trees that were over here? Did I? No, that's over there. I had actually placed palm trees along this side, and I don't know where they've gone now. What the heck? Okay, we're gonna add them back in. What we had similar to the flat ride theme before, I did the same thing, but for some reason I think I had grouped them together and there was probably a bush that was connected that I might have deleted, and it deleted all the palm trees. I'm assuming that's what happened, but we'll add it back in. So we're gonna head into the coastal circuit area, and I'm gonna show you guys some of the changes that I've made. And again, just trying out some signs, testing it out, seeing what we can do. But this area will have its own vibe, and I'm going to show you guys something I've realized about making this area and comparing it to the other side of Havenport. So first thing we've got, I know you guys see the guest sitting up there. I'm really excited to show you guys that. But we have a grandstand. You guys know we made these grandstands in the previous episode, but we've duplicated it, added another one right here, and connected it with this really fun looking bridge. And we've kind of continued on with the whole tropical bushes, plants, trees, and that's gonna continue throughout the circuit area. And another thing I was talking to Marvy G about was we were talking about making the wall on the back side of the grandstand over there into a glass wall, and it looks great, because before we were having the issue of, you see how those grandstands block the view. There's a full blank wall on the back side. I was a little sad that we were blocking the view of the track, but now we're not. We can completely look through it. You see how that go-kart's going right through? Yeah, I'm so happy with the way that turned out. Kind of continued that and did the same thing here, so that we're kind of having, there's something to look through. There's not much blockage because these buildings are huge and they do take up a lot of the view. So this way, we are able to look through, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I might shift this glass wall though forward, and I'll show you guys why I'm thinking to do that, because we did something like that over here. But here's our glass bridge. I'm so happy with the way this turned out, and I'll show you guys the nighttime lighting on it. But we have a restaurant on the other grandstand area, And this is what I mean by shifting the glass wall and the pillars to the sides. I think it came out really cool. And we have, this is called, I believe it was Circuit, not Circus, but Circuit Bites. And I made these custom race car tables. How fun does this look? We've got the spoiler, the front end, the tires are where the guests sit on the benches, and then the body of the car under the table. I love the way this looks. Honestly, these look so cool. If you guys want them, I'll put it on the workshop. Honestly, this whole grandstand connected with the restaurant can go in the workshop. Okay, we're gonna have to figure out that. Those guests are stuck. But I'm so happy with the way... Oh, that's not good. We don't want that. We're gonna have to find a fix for that. But I'm gonna change the lighting to nighttime lighting so I can show you guys what this looks like. It's got a really cool effect in here. And we placed one of those sorcery lamps into the center. I think it just adds a nice effect for the tables. And I love those lights. I haven't really used those modern hanging lights in this game, and I've been using them like crazy for this new build. We did the same thing with the bridge, but just changed it to that like teal blue look. Look at the way the moon comes through from here. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed right now. I love this so much. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Okay, and this is what we have. I started creating the station for our go-karts. So we have that kind of what would we call these? Can't even remember, but what looks like supports, and I'll show you guys how we're gonna finish off this station. It's gonna be pretty cool. And we put some of those gridded fences on the sides, and I also made these start and finish signs on both ends. I think it just adds for a fun effect. I think if we come over here, we can see it. Yep, there we go. And on the grandstands, I actually added those fake advertisers that I made for the flat ride and put it on the side. I think it just kind of fills up that space and doesn't look too empty. Kind of cool. Something you will actually see on actual racetrack circuit areas. Okay, can I exit out of there? All right, thank you. All right, let me show you guys what we've done so far. So I started building out another F1 car to create maybe like a cool scene here, like a centerpiece with either water or foliage and flowers. And this would be on the top and spinning very slowly. That's one thing. We also added these glass visors on the grandstands. I think it makes for a really cool effect, and you know, in a way, kind of protects the guests that are sitting here. To me, it really completes the look. I want to hear what you guys think about it. And then we also just finished off the track with the rest of the lampposts. Made sure that, you know, they're kind of sunken into the tires. They're not peeking through it all either. I think it looks really cool. There's so much stuff that, because as I'm going through, I'm like, oh wow, I did a lot. Actually, we continued with some more water features by, oh nice, we're making $135,000 in a day. We opened this up, made it go through here, right in front of the grandstand, all the way through to right here. Tell me this does not look awesome. I'm going to turn the lights on and I'm going to show you guys that properly. But I just want to make sure if there's any other lighting effects I made. Don't think so. I think that is everything. Oh, this. So once everything is done and we've added our coaster, which I'm so excited for, we're going to add these advertiser signs along the track. At least the areas where, you know, the track is kind of sitting on the ground. I've made this custom one, and then all I have to do is copy, paste, most likely shrink a few of these down. And I think it's going to be really easy to just have this go throughout the track. It's going to really sell the look of a proper circuit and speedway. So let's go ahead and change that lighting. Sorry for the flashbang. And show you guys this in the daytime, some of those changes. Tell me, I'm gonna close the UI here. Go right about here. Tell me you don't want to just sit here. Water slowly coming down the rocks. Go-karts going right here. You have your coffee, maybe your kids, friends, or family are just on the go-karts. You took a break and you just want to sit. Take a second for yourself. I would love just a bench right here. That's all I want. I'm so happy with the way this turned out. And I'm debating to add something here. I'm not sure. Like maybe something to continue selling the vibe of the speedway and circuit, but for now we're going to keep it like that. And also just added some rocks along the water and also these tropical bushes. We sunk them in and I think it really looks great. We did the same thing here, just added some more of those palm trees, some of those king ferns. They look so cool. And then what are these bushes called again? Beach cabbage, that's right. I didn't realize how effective the beach cabbage bushes. They're so cool and really sell the look of like foliage that's been overgrowing. Like look at that. I'm so happy right now. And then the rocks, just some more of those. Somebody crashed. Oh, this guy. Oh, and we also added some scenery to these guys. I actually have, not I, but Parlor Tricks pointed out, since I was mistakenly calling this golf carts, why not redesign these to be golf carts? And I'm gonna do that actually. Just trying to figure out the best way to do it so that it's not looking too large. I personally have a problem where I'll start building something and it just becomes way bigger than it needs to be. So I'm gonna, just like we've done with the whole circuit speedway where I was working off camera, I'm gonna work on it. But for now, I just added these so that when the coaster goes in, it'll these will at least look a little bit cool. So we just took some more of those like F1 car piece looking things and trying to remember if I added, yes, so we added this rear light that blinks, added the sparks bursting thing, and then also these two supports to hold up the spoiler. I didn't add any lamps here though in the front because we do have them on the actual go-karts, but I think these look really cool. You should be able to see, yeah, the sparks. Oh, I'm so happy. Who keeps crashing? And then I think that's what we've done so far. Oh, and I honestly, I got carried away. I'm sorry, you guys. I got carried away. We created this cool bridge that the guests can go over, and we're going to put a flat ride right there. And this bridge actually has a light out section under. Yeah, so when the go-karts go under this, as well as when you're walking over it, it has this cool glow effect. But at night, when the go-karts are going under, I think it's gonna look so cool. Everyone has fun. The guests walking over the bridge, the go-karts going under, everyone's gonna have a great time. And we use those same like see-through graded floor pieces. They have come in so clutch for us. We've used it here. We used it on the roof ceilings of the grandstand. But back to what I was saying with the flat ride. Let me do this subtly so we don't just flash our eyes with bright light. I'm planning to add this. Is it the strike? Yeah. So because the excitement is just high enough, I was debating between the strike and the scissor, but scissors excitement isn't large enough, and plus I'm not a big fan of this attachment for the staff member. There's less footprint for the strike, and plus it has more excitement. But I'm planning to place this right here, and I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do with that. Also, side note, I just remembered because I was hearing those guests. We need to really figure out how to take care of these guys. I might have to just delete the padding there so that our guests don't get stuck. I'm just gonna pause this because I see somebody walking over there. Hey buddy, you're about to get stuck. Okay. Now we'll pause it and we're just gonna go ahead and delete this path for now. And we'll figure out what we can do to make this better. MarVG actually had a really great suggestion for this, and I'm gonna look into doing that. He was talking about placing the square path like stamp tool, using the stamp tool, place one, place another on the next floor, and then connect it by using the line builder. So I'm gonna look into doing that. But I'm so happy that the guests are using these side paths here. Did we delete? No, we did not. And hopefully this will get the guests to stop using these areas, hopefully. Okay. Sure none of that got removed. Do the same thing, although I don't think it's an issue here, just in case. Oh, we are moving slow. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't cause any problems. We'll keep an eye on it. If it does, we'll make the changes that need to be done. But I'm so happy. I think this is the first restaurant in Havenport, right? I think so. Just checking to see how many guests we had, but it only shows 3. I feel like there's been way more than that. So we have a lot of fun things to do in today's episode, and one of the main things is building the coaster layout that we'll try to have it in sync with the go-karts. I checked beforehand, maybe you guys can let me know, but I didn't see anything about there being a ride sync for go-karts. So I get why that's the thing, but wish there was. I wish there was a ride sync with flat rides and track rides. I think that'd be so cool. Although flat rides, I don't see how that would work. So understandable why there's not ride sync there. But track rides would have been kind of cool to have ride sync. Yeah, I think that would have been fun. So I kind of want to open this up just to see, because I have done everything in my power to add scenery to this so that the guest can't say that, you know, the go-karts aren't exciting enough or anything like that. There's something in every corner, and soon there will be something in this corner right here. But I think I want to open this up. 25 bucks. Not sure why it's showing plus 0% on scenery bonus. That does not make me happy. This is what I'm confused about. So we have 100 out of 100 on scenery bonus. Okay, great. But we're still at under 3 stars, like 2.75 out of 5 stars. And the ride experience is an 8.6 excitement. This is more excitement than coasters. Fear is low. Nausea is low. Like, it could be lower. Not sure why it's at a 2, but somehow it is. So I don't know why the prestige is so low. The ride prestige in general. I just feel like there's something wrong here. And if there's something I'm not realizing, maybe one of you guys can let me know in the comment section. But I think we should just open this up and see how it goes. Hopefully guests take a swing at it. But I think we should start on the coaster right now, because once I have the coaster in, I can start to theme up the coaster along with the whole circuit speedway area. And that way, I think that'll finish up this whole spot. I'm so sorry, I'm going to get sidetracked again, you guys. And we'll discuss what's going on here. But This is what I was talking about when we were originally walking right over here. You guys see the theming going on here? A little bit more modern and of course tropical. And then when you come over here, there's that more rustic and traditional boardwalk, wood themed kind of vibe going here, right? We've got actually 2 wooden coasters, which kind of helps sell the rustic vibe. And then over here, not only do we have what's going to be a really cool fast-paced coaster, but it just subconsciously we've placed 2 like more modern style coasters on this side. And then we had the Woody over here. I don't know how it happened, but I'm so happy it did, because this whole side of the park is more of a modern take on a coastal park, and then we have more of a back in the day sort of traditional rustic vibe over here. So really happy with the way this has turned out. Just look at the color scheme. A little brighter and whites, a little more warmer browns over here. And then also I did change the path. I just didn't like how it was, the previous path just completely blended in. I'm trying to see if I left, I think it was this right here. Yeah, I think it was this. It just blended in, it didn't create enough separation for what's going on. But we added the rustic path and just made it a little bit of a grayish color. I was looking, yep. So you guys see some of the cracks and those like brownish veins going throughout the path. It looks so much better in my opinion. How exciting is that? Look at the queue for Colossal. Shout outs to you, Lightning One Out. You made an exciting, amazing coaster. Look at the queue for your coaster. It's so cool. And then we've got these 2. These start getting really popular. I think we've seen that in previous episodes. And then Trident. I noticed Trident, actually the other coasters had broken down, so this one is going to start picking up in popularity pretty soon here. You guys will see that. But let's go ahead, stop getting distracted, and get building on this new exciting coaster. Okay, I'm sorry. We're going to quickly... I didn't do this because I wanted to show you guys this. We're going to finish off the station. I built these custom kind of canopy pieces. This piece right here is actually going to go on top of the Strike Flat Ride. And this is what I was trying to tell you guys. How cool would it be if you look from the top? Look at that. We've got these 2 circular pieces here, and having this right here, it was just giving me like my wife and I like to watch F1, and if you look at the Abu Dhabi track or even the Bahrain track, you have these type of architectural styles and dome-like pieces sometimes over the track areas. So I thought, why not create something like that, but we'll place it over the flat ride, and it can be kind of in the center of the circuit and speedway area. So that'll be done once we built the coaster out. Actually, I should just place this over here so it's kind of out of our way. And I built this. This is the canopy piece right here, the Planet Coaster one, and then we placed the glass pieces in the center to connect it. This is gonna stay here, but we'll adjust it to the coaster station. But I wanted to make like a mini version for our Go-Karts over here. Really hope this gets aligned nicely. Gonna be a little tricky to make sure that it's actually straight on there. I might have to make the Go-Karts cheaper to get the guest on, because I honestly, I will do anything to get these guests to use the Go-Karts. It will make me the happiest person. Okay. Let's do something like that. Just a little bit of overhang. Gosh. Move. And it should be just about the same on the overhang. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, I'm so happy that it just kind of came all the way through like that. Tell me that is not awesome. Right? Oh, I love this. This has to be one of my favorite stations. And I know it's simple. It's just a few support pieces and then a canopy on top. But the look of it has me so ecstatic for this whole area. Oh, I'm so happy. And I was debating, and I think I might still try to make this happen, but I want to raise this a little bit so that there's enough clearance. Imagine the coaster coming through here, or not from the station, but let's say like when it comes back this way, and it comes through here, and let's say it goes upside down and comes out that way and then heads this way or something like that. How cool would that be? I'm just gonna actually raise this up a little bit. We may need to just extend these supports to come out just so we have enough of that clearance. Or not even actually have those come out. We can have pillars connecting the canopy to these supports. I'm gonna raise this just for here for the time being. We'll just put this into one group, and so that we can adjust it to see how much clearance the coaster actually needs. See that from the top. Oh yeah. And then once we get that dome piece over here, and then the larger version of this over our coaster station over here. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry guys, I know we're talking about a lot of the planning layout, but I just want to take you guys into my head space right now and my thought process and what's going on. So like I just said, this will be the larger version of the go-kart station right over here. And since we have this space and this is more of the kind of brighter side of the park, part of Havenport, I'm thinking we're going to make the water park area right here. And Lightning One Out is actually working on the wing coaster for us, and I think we're gonna have that wing coaster come over here somewhere. I know you already started working on it, Lightning, but if you see this layout that I'm looking at, if we can have the coaster station, maybe it'll come right here, or it could even go over the water, and then we have the coaster weave along this mountain pass, or I can have it go through it. And honestly, it could even just go in front of this and weave over the water and come back into the station. Yeah, we can definitely work on something like that. But enough distractions. Let's go ahead and get this coaster started. Hopefully we don't go completely broke, because I think this is gonna get to be an expensive coaster. I'll tell you guys that right now. So I was debating on what kind of coaster we're gonna go with, and my first thought went to the hydraulic coaster here with the hydraulic track pieces. It's the Automax, that's right. Only because it is already themed to the F1 cars. But I realized, you know, just like the go-karts, we can easily add these scenery pieces back to it, and the hydraulic pieces are great, but I think there's just, it might be a little limiting in some way, and I'll tell you guys why I'm thinking that. I'm gonna change the price to this. Bargain. Let's do, I don't mind making $10 on this right now. Get rid of you. I don't mind that for now, because I just want guests to come over here. It will just make me the happiest person in the world. That's all I ever want, is for the guests to use the go-karts. Hopefully, yeah, we'll see something like that start to happen. This I'm happy about, that they're using restaurants. Okay, guys, come on. Stop. We're getting distracted. What's going on? Okay. So my plan was we'll use the Automax raid coaster because the layout of the train and the way it's designed will be very easy to add those race car pieces. Like on the front here, this is a pretty flat piece, as well as the sides are pretty flat, and then it's a fully flat rear. So that'll be really easy to theme, put the spoiler back there, and add those side skirt pieces on this side. As well as this has a LSM track. This will be very easy to theme. And it's also, both coasters are, oh awesome, our loan was repaid. Cool. We'll take another loan when we're building this coaster. I have a feeling we might need to. But both coasters are $9,600. There's not one that's cheaper or more expensive. So that also made the decision a little bit easier. And I'll make sure I add a block section somewhere in the track layout so that I'm able to run multiple trains. But I want to see... Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong arrow. I was grabbing this arrow to bring it out. It's this blue one. So our... I'm sorry for saying the word so much. I just said it like 3 times right there. I want the coaster to start right where the go-karts are starting. And it'll be kind of cool to have, you know, this coaster speed up right here, come this way, do a kind of a loop turn over the dome, come right this way, kind of sink into the ground, and we'll make a custom like floor and wall piece that supports the coaster going here. And I'll tell you guys what that looks like when we get to that spot. And then have the coaster come this way, weave along the track the same way the track is doing that, have it like bank that way, head this way, then maybe do a loop. Like, okay, maybe the loop goes like this, loop that way, or do we do a top hat and have it come that way? Do either a top hat or do a full loop, and then it heads this way, and maybe a few bunny hills behind the grandstand, come through behind the grandstands through this, and then right through our station upside down, right back over where the track originally starts, come this way, kind of show itself off to this area, bank turn that way, and then come back. Then maybe do we have a bank right here, or no? We'll have to see, but maybe come this way and go over this water feature. I think would be a great view for the guest, and just head that way back into the station. As you guys can tell, I thought about this. So I think that'll be kind of a cool layout. Let's go ahead and make sure this is kind of heading straight that way. We may need to raise this just so there's enough clearance past the station. Yeah. Okay. And just keeping an eye when this comes and sits here, it won't look too awkward or anything. Okay. That really looks like a flying saucer, doesn't it? We're just waiting for the aliens to land. Oh gosh. Okay, so I think that should be good there. Change the placement of... No! Why? Why do you do this to me? It's like that. I feel like we kind of came up a little bit higher than before now. And I can adjust this once the tracks are in. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. Can honestly do that. So I want to make the station a little bit bigger. This is gonna get so pricey, you guys, I'm telling you right now. Is that good? How big do I want this station? What does it look like right now? I'm not gonna do a... should I do an exit station? It would give me an immediate space for a train. We could probably fit 3 trains at that point. I would just make this be a lot larger. Why not? Let's do that. Okay. This is what? Oh, this is what I need. Okay. Left loading, right loading. There it is. Okay. Make sure it's going right area. Yeah, very good. And then I just need the drive tire, sorry. Make sure my auto tunnel is off. There you go. Okay. So, and then we'll place our unloading station right there. Yes, perfect. Yeah, and then this can extend straight through. Perfect. We'll make the return. I want to put, this is trim brakes. 540 bucks. And what is magnetic brakes are 374. That should be fine, right? Now, I'm just going to give a quick warning to Lightning One Out and any other coaster enthusiast out there. You're going to see me make some not weird, sorry. You're going to see me build this coaster out and realize that this man is by no means a coaster building expert. So I apologize in advance if you get frustrated by any track style, the way things are built, the way I might smooth my tracks out as well. So please just have some confidence in me and also patience with me when this starts to get built out. Okay, let's go ahead. And I'm looking at this and I feel like maybe there should be more of a track. It's just too... It's too small, right? Let's go ahead and do that. And then get our station in. There we go. We had to use these guys. Perfect. How are we looking? And are any guests using our go-karts? No, of course not. Because why would they? Come on, you guys. It's 10 bucks. Oh, that's just gut-wrenching. Okay, hopefully something happens. Just to get the guest over here, I think when we add the strike flat ride, it'll get a lot better. Okay. Let's get back into this guy. I think this can probably go right at the end here. Or we add it over here. Lovely. Okay. Now, like I said, this is gonna start with the grid. So I do need to get the coaster to come out there. And then we'll do a LSM track. Is there the one? Yes, the hold. Hold it for a second. Now, do we just go full, like, because if you guys have seen F1, the lights turn green, race starts, they are full out. Depending on the track, of course. If there's a track with the immediate like chicane like this, they're not gonna go full throttle, foot down on the pedal. But some tracks they will, and we do have a full straight. Although we're gonna turn right here, so we don't want to go full 100 miles per hour into a bank turn, right? That's gonna be kind of tough on the G-forces. So we'll go about 80 miles per hour acceleration rate. We'll try to get like 25 feet per second, if I can get that. Who wants to work with me? Okay, 26 feet it is. Alright, and let's hold for about 4 or 5 seconds. Then, I believe this is forward. This won't stop it, right? This is in either direction, so yeah, this should be fun because this is gonna go forward. I'm gonna have to maybe move this track, and I'm gonna start taking the supports off now because we'll adjust the supports once the whole track is set. I promise this won't be a floating coaster. How cool would that be? But no, we have to have pillars to support the canopy. Okay. So, something like that. We'll start this test just so we see it working as we're going. Okay. That should be enough of the LSM track. Okay. Let's go ahead and take the catwalk off. Now, which one do I want to use? I do like this. Double. It's fast. And then there's no, I definitely want... I might do the single. Yeah, we'll just stick to the single. Okay. Okay. And what I'm gonna do, actually... Let's just shift this over. Yeah, imagine you're sitting here, right? And the train stops, the car stops right there, and then they go boom, flying right by. Oh, this is so cool. This is gonna be so cool. Okay, I think that should be just the perfect amount of clearance. Okay, and nice. All right. We're at least on 1 meter banking offset here. Start kind of shifting, going up here. And don't worry about the speed. If it happens to be just too much, we'll adjust this. I forget the name of this loop turn. How cool would this look, right? Oh. definitely needs smoothing. Now, do I want this to go over or under? I think definitely over. I feel like we're done. Kind of cutting it close. Just realized I'm working with too large of a, like, what was it, 8-meter tracks? That's not going to be really effective for us. Okay, that bank being turned right there is going to be a little tough. I think go like this, and then dig into the terrain there and come out that way, and then turn like that. You know what I was originally thinking to do? I don't know why I keep turning that way. That I forgot to. What would be really cool is if I did a roll right here. Did I make that happen actually? I'm gonna have to. I forgot we're still working with the 8-meter. I always have a trick, like, or trouble with trying to create the heart line. Not gonna be. Oh, that's a tough looking loop. So I think the problem here is it hangs upside down too much on this edge. We're gonna have to kind of help the banking a little bit better here, like doing something with this. Yeah, that banking offset I think is so handy, but should I be doing the 2-meter? Let's see here. It's a massive heart line that makes a little bit sense. And then crooked that is. Oh, I cannot wait to get this smoothed out. Okay, let me see. Hopefully it's not picking up crazy speed. Okay. This time I will turn this on just so I know where I'm supposed to dig into. Gosh, that is a massive tunnel. What is it set to? 5 meters? I can adjust that later. Okay, so when it comes down this way, is there a way for me to have it completely... wanted to do the full turn. pretty quick, isn't it? That might be a little bit too much right there. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna start smoothing out that edge so that we don't have to come back and do each one. And that'll also give us an idea of what things look like so that later on it's just not double the work. Keep that right there. Right. How much? 72,000? Okay, we've been spending like over $100, over $100 I think on each track piece, right? 72,000 means that we're not losing money in the park. We should also keep an eye on park conditions. It's poor condition. Why is it not showing up here? And are all the coasters in working order? I have to remind myself that, you know, we're still managing a park here. 64% is getting kind of dangerously low. Want to make sure nothing breaks down here. 80% is fine for now. 55% again, getting dangerously low. Oh my gosh. Hurry. Hurry, hurry. That is priority right now. Okay, we'll come back and check on that. I do not want that ride to break down. Now we'll bring this to about 5. I think it is bringing it in a lot more. Okay, it has enough banking right here. Is it coming out more? Is that what's happening here? Something like that. See what that looks like. I just hope this isn't too hard of a turn. We'll have to give it a quick ride to double check that. Sure, when it comes in this way, it comes out like that. I don't know what happened there. It's a crazy track piece to have it bend like that. Don't mind my advertising signs. A little bit floating and in the way. I will make Havenport go bankrupt if it needs to open up this coaster. I'm telling you guys, I'm so excited for the way this will turn out. Okay, so when it comes in here, I'm a little worried about how aggressive this looks. Let's just a quick ride. Comes here, drive trains, and then takes a quick pause right here. Crazy speed up. Turn into a loop or roll. Ooh, that's a little tough. And right there too. Okay. So this will kind of tighten up the heart line a little bit. I think it's this piece. There are guests on the carts. I repeat, there are guests on the carts. Even though it's 2, I'll take it. I will take it. Glad to have you guys here. Okay. I think it's this part right here that needs a little more of a... Ready? And I know that the issue with smoothing is that if I go too high on the strength, it will kind of alter my shape. But I'm kind of hoping for the smoothing strength to really help me here. Because what's happening there, it's a little bit tough. Okay. Go into ride view and just see what that looks like real quick. It's a little better here, but this is still kind of bothering me. And I think what needs to happen is maybe this needs to kind of come up a little bit. That center right there. Bring this guy down. Move it all the way so it connects through. I feel like it came down, didn't it? Down. Come down this way. A little better, but of course, I know it could use a little more work. Just hope that there's not too much speed or the G-forces are just too intense. I think once I complete this out and it has some space to use that extra speed, maybe it'll kind of offset that banking intensity. Okay. So we want this to over the track. Again, make a similar kind of loop. It's been a while since I've actually made a full coaster. I forgot how fun, but also how much you overthink each thing. Ever since I've been, you know, before I would just build a coaster out, be happy with the layout, and smooth it out, like put the intensity strength of the smoothing to like maybe an 8, 9. Just like, you're like, all right, let's hope for the best. Now it's become a lot of, oh, that needs to be banked a little better. Now it's become a lot of, I can do that now. I don't have to deal with it too much later. Overthinking each turn, each whatever it is, it's It's become fun, I'll tell you that much. Building coasters has become a lot more fun because of being able to create these really fun scenes. Ignore that. And I've really been enjoying the process. And here I said I wanted to make maybe a loop or a top hat. Oh, I just thought about something. Since this is a raid coaster, what if we made the top hat here, but it couldn't go all the way to the... It couldn't finish it, right? And then it comes back, return track right here, go up like this, and back over the top hat, goes over, bunny... Oh my gosh! Okay, let me try to make this situation much better, and then we'll get the top hat in. We'll get a proper loop maybe somewhere over there. We'll worry about that later. And I'm sorry if the video is maybe close to 3 hours today, but I think it'll be worth it. I'll tell you guys right now. That today's ride coaster POV is gonna be well worth the wait, because I've learned some new things. And the cinematics you guys are going to be treated with, I think you guys will be proud of me. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. I think you guys will be proud of me. Okay, let's go ahead and just fix this before I continue. Make that quick turn in a little better. Okay. I feel like banking here needs to be I'm cool with that. And then hopefully when it comes right through here, it's not too intense. The G's aren't too high. We'll have to find out. Actually, I need to see what that looks like before. We'll come right through here. That is a little tough. Could be a little smoother, I just realized. Then as it comes this way, quick bank turn. A little sway, and then hopefully a top hat. Now, does it go straight into a top hat like this? Can it go like... Huh. May need to bring this in. What happens if I do that? I'm not the biggest fan of the way that looks right now. Have it go straight into that top hat. kind of a turned type of top hat. And am I correct to say that this is... Ooh. Perfect. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, I just realized one of these needs to be a switch track. Okay. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna finish off this top section here. And enough space up there. Honestly, it needs to be rounded. That's just a straight walkway kind of situation. Alright, where can I place? Maybe here? Really needed to think about this before I had done it. Okay. This is... Okay, let me think about this for a second here. Okay, so what I ended up doing is when it comes into this turn, we might have to make this turn a little bit more deeper in and lowered and then straighten out. But I want to get that switch track in, and so rear left, enter straight, exit curving backwards. Okay. Wrong way. Can I... Yeah, it might be a little tough. Because... we want it to come smoothly in there. If I have this come deeper down, go behind this tree, and then switch. Let's try that. Why not? Stuff because obviously you guys know we can just remove it. So this part is now straightened out there. No, it's not. I lied. Now it is. Is this zeroed? Yes. And then if this comes now to... This is exit. So we need to exit back. Enter curving. Do we have it? That would work. And then have it come up like that. Have it come up this way. I just realized this would work pretty well. What number is this? 3? Okay. But I learned something that when you make something like this, you need to make sure that your odd numbers match with your odd tracks and your even numbers match with your even tracks. If I put like a 4, I need to connect it with the 2 or 6. If I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm completely talking nonsense, let me know. Enter curve, exit backwards. Enter straight, exit curving backwards. Yeah, I think this is our friend right here. But does that mean it's gonna become a whole new track? Why did I have to take this on? Enter curve, exit back. No, that makes no sense. I don't know why I would do that, or why I'm doing that right now. Okay. So this comes in like that, right? refurbish. No, we don't want to hold. Then does this really not get smaller than that? Think it'll take, yeah, that's what I thought. This piece needs adjusting for sure. Now, rather than what is going on right now, using this right now. I'm sorry. Getting distracted. So this needs to come down a little bit more. Straighten out a little bit. I have a feeling it's gonna fly right off. I really do. And this guy right here. Yes, I understand that looks crazy right now. That way, it doesn't. Cool. Okay. Quickly smooth this area out because I forgot to. Why is the coaster not going anywhere? Oh. Oh, forgot. Because we had used that track beforehand. And they got stuck in the dugout. Cool. Right. Like that. This looks like a tough turn right here. Really hope it doesn't pick up crazy speed. Oh, we're at $88,000. Oh my gosh. We should be building more coasters. So sorry, but we do need to make sure the park is running well. Oh goodness, that is a dirty bathroom. Okay, and please tell me that the Trident got serviced. We're gonna have to do a full refurbish. That's not gonna fly. I want no downtime with these coasters, although Trident is about to have one. That's fine for now. That flat ride gets no love from me for the time being. And Ferris wheel. Pretty happy to see guests are kind of using that, but restaurant seems to be doing good. No guests getting stuck either. Always good. Okay, let's go ahead and this. Where are they stuck right now? Where are you guys stuck? I don't see the train. Oh, they're moving. Okay. This part right here needs work for sure. It comes over here. Oh, barely. Oh, goodness. That's a tough turn. Okay, and then they go flying. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. What can I do? Let's do 10 here and see. No, that is not what I wanted you to do. This way. Stand out. Down. Hang. Now some more. Oh gosh. Okay, I like what's happening here. That top hat moment, or that moment when it gets to the top here, stops perfectly to come back. But I think when it comes back this way, it should probably do that so that we can avoid that crazy shift right there, right? That's a little bit too intense. Once again, I'll be right back, you guys. But for you guys, it's gonna take a second. Okay, guys, we have made something kind of insane. To you guys, like I said, it was only a second later, but excuse me. I've been gone for probably an hour trying to figure out what to do here. We made this like helix situation. I don't even know how to explain. I need to fix this corner, but I will just show you guys what's going on right now. We come up here to the top hat. Somehow don't make it through. Wow. Perfect. And we come back. I just fixed. I don't know what I can do. Come up this way. Do a little spinny spin. Get a crazy view. I feel like this ride might be scary. It's not gonna be an easy one to get guests to be convinced to ride. And then they come down this way. Right back through. And somehow right through. Perfect timing on that go-kart. And right onto the tracks. Oh my gosh. What is happening? How did they not react to that? Okay. What do you guys think? Kind of insane. Those will be two of our most... I don't even know how to explain it, but just insane looking elements to sell. What's going on over there? I'm trying to get a view of where's the park entrance. I'm all turned around here. Okay. Yeah, so you're walking this way, and then you see that. You're gonna be like, what in the world? I'm not touching that. But I'm gonna use their standard supports for now. Once we're done here, I would like to make a custom one that we have like a large pillar go through the center and then sub pillars or mini ones connecting to the different points in each bank turn. I think that'll be a really, really cool look, honestly. Okay, let's quickly check out what's going on here. I avoided all this because I was so locked in. And yeah, I know there's a little bit of unrealism. Not like fully realistic with kind of what's going on here, but I think it's just gonna add a little bit more craziness, some fun to this whole area. This needs to be fixed. Get this situation there. Okay, I'm gonna finish this off over here and then come back. Because see, this, when it comes through, perfectly fine, but there's something that makes it kind of wonky. I don't know what that is. Not a fan at all. These are those. And if it's getting too close to that, I might change the track speed here. Maybe even less. Less acceleration per foot per se. Yeah. Feet? Foot? So maybe it's because I feel like we're kind of calling it close. Yeah, that's better. I think I like that much better. Okay. Now, how can you help me here? This is why I did all of that work in the whole area, the coastal circuit area, off camera, because I had a feeling that building this coaster out was gonna take a little bit of time. And if we had to do all those changes that I made, even build that restaurant, that situation, these changes to the grandstand, and then build a coaster on top of that, this would be like a 4-hour episode, I feel like. So I didn't want to get you guys stuck in a situation like that where you're just like, obviously you guys can skip forward to that moment, but I think it's kind of fun to have. I do it all the time when I'm building a park out. Like when I was working on this area off camera, I was watching other people's videos where they're just they're constructing their stuff, and while I'm playing Flying Coaster 2 myself. So hopefully I'm able to do that for you guys with these type of videos where it's a bit of a long play, but it's kind of fun because you're watching me build and maybe you guys are building. We're kind of doing it at the same time. Okay, that's still a little bit. This feels tight, and I feel like when we do the full, what is it called? Not even audit, but just, you know, review of everything when it's done, it might be an issue come up later. Okay. Do we have this go through the loop? Or am I doing too much now? Heck no. I think with the amount of speed it will catch in that moment. Oh my gosh. It's just calling it way too close. Where is the moment where it starts to bend out? There. Like what's happening here, but it's this turn. I want to make sure I'm not clipping the track. Be a close call, I'll tell you that much right now. We're gonna have to close the go-karts for a second, get rid of these supports. Oh, I don't know why I'm going straight into that rock. My apologies. We're on top of the rock right now. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, sorry. Right into that terrain. Okay. That was 4 at a time now, huh? I mean, that should be good. I'm just glad they're writing it in general. I don't know where I'm trying to look. Why am I making this hard? And quick question. Does this switch track count as a block section? I've always wondered that. You guys see the speed it picks up when it comes over here? I can push all this back. I'm not worried about that. This is going to be quite the long duration of the coaster. We make it a bit of a wider turn here. So like we're still having enough. Wow, $120,000. Have you guys been watching that? I have not. It's amazing. This park is doing wonderful, you guys. I'm telling you. Now we really have free will to really build out what we want, I think. Again, I think we're just calling it way too close. Start coming up here. We banking enough? Yeah. And I'm just not lifting myself enough. Okay, and then I think I spoke about having it come back. Imagine we do. I think we're gonna have to go a little bit of a different direction. I like the speed it's still picking up in this area. That's really nice to see. Imagine we once again just went under the tracks. I see what I did there. Need to start banking earlier. Picking up quite a bit of speed. Make some fixes there. I'm trying to think, is there a good section for a block section? Love to see that. Do you think I go under or in the station? Because now I'm thinking just be kind of rough. I think we do lower this and have the roll happen on top. Sorry. Come around this way, go over these guys. And call it right here. Would I have more space to do that over here? Maybe we keep this clear for the water park area. We have that beautiful scene over there. We can really utilize that for the water park. So yeah, maybe coaster comes here. So we're almost there, you guys. Let me just lower this guy. So I know where I want this to be. Look at that. What the heck? Oh gosh. Okay. There we go. What I'm worried about now is, do I have enough turn here to go? Something like that. So distracting with all the other prompts for the meters over there. Wait, am I going the right direction or no? Oh, why does it always double click? Way down, a little straighten out. What's going on here? Come in, side down. I feel like that would be problematic. I need the coaster to come over here and show me what's going on. Okay. Okay. On do you go? Not good. Not good at all. So it kind of needs to... I think a better roll would be to have it come like this and out like that. In. I feel like I just did the same thing again, and I think it's because I'm not turning it fast enough. The double. Oh my goodness. Okay. It really starts to slow down here, it looks like. To edit quite a bit, especially whatever the heck is going on over there. So you guys don't have to watch this, I'll be right back. Okay, we've done some smoothing. If I need to make some adjustments, I'll definitely do that. But I kind of want to see this come to the end and then check those stats out. I know I can check out different sections right now, like do the heat map. Is it heat map? Yeah. But I kind of want to see what it looks like all together and change those elements afterwards. Okay, so do we have it go above the grandstand and loop around? Let me come to the exit station. That too tight of a turn there? I have a feeling it is, and I can't smooth it out. Okay, fair. I think that should be fine for now. Yeah. Okay. And there you are. I noticed something, that the speed is definitely slowed down when it comes to this section. Let's see where you are. There it is. Okay. Go around. Okay. See that? Definitely a little worrisome. I realize that you're seeing this track go past you 3 different times. Could be cool. Have to keep in mind that we are pretty close to the guest to an exit area now. I think they're walking over here for any reason. Oh. To remember, we will have this here. see what that looks like after some smoothing. And actually hope that it gets back to the station, because I have a feeling we need to do something there to maybe increase our speed. I barely heard that come by. As if a Tesla just drove by me. I think it'll make it back for sure then, but maybe a little bit of that calm is good on the way back because of how insane things get earlier. Okay. Good to see. So worried about these stats at the end here, you guys. I have no idea. I hope you're on the same page as me, as you know, GeForce is anything that I really just feel like there's some turns that could cause the problems for us. And I think I know exactly which one it is. It's the one before our switch track. And maybe also the one when we go backwards, when you don't make the top hat. That could be the other problem. There's only one way to find out, and it's by opening this guy up. And hopefully the coaster gods have blessed us with something positive. Okay, so here when we're coming down, this is just a straight shot through. So if we kind of raise this part, makes 0 sense. Bring it down a little bit. This was the roll, yeah. How many rolls? I think we have 2 rolls. No inversions? Yeah, I don't think we have a single inversion on this. Okay, that's fine. It's a racetrack. They're not going in circles, right? Not circles, I mean, they're not going upside down. So moments like that, you large bunny hills and where it's kind of swerving around, that I think that's more fitting for kind of racetrack vibes. Okay. I want to see what this last moment here looks and feels like. I don't know, what are we going, like 30, 40 miles per hour here? Maybe? Really just cruising at this point. Last little moment. Not an aggressive return. It's good to see, I guess. Before we go back and smooth it more and fix some areas, let's see what the stats are right now. The bud. I think we're gonna have to hire more managers. Panic. We had let go of some staff previously, but the park is kind of picking up. We didn't even check our challenges today. This is very convenient. Build a new coaster. I think we'll get 4 excitement. There's no way we don't. This, when they say at least, that means they want me to have a nausea of 4 and above. Hovering and build 3 new flat rides. So 1 we already know. You guys know Strike will open up right there. But I think there was one other thing can check when it comes to... Okay, I saw some lag there, and before this game decides to punish me by crashing, I'm just gonna save. We have not saved since that coaster has been up. There was a section where if there's vandalism, you can... Okay, repair all vandalism. It was on the first page. Of course. Okay. 2 trains. 6. Okay. And I think I want at least an interval of 10 seconds. 15 seconds. Because, as you guys know, we do have a switch track here, so that could... Yeah, it's gonna cause a problem. I already see it. These guys are gonna crash right away. Buddy. Oh, this is gonna be so awkward. Gosh. Okay. Let's speed that up and check what it looks like now. Okay, they have not left yet. Good. Now they're leaving. This has gone back. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And kablooey. Alright. Try number 3. Let's hope that it waits long enough. I feel like it's not waiting the full 30 seconds. Goes. Stopping. Oh my gosh. Ah. Okay, so this we can reduce to... They have not left. I really feel like they're leaving way too soon. Oh, okay. Oh my god. He's calling it close there. Oh my gosh. That's dangerous. Okay. I am kind of shocked right now. I'll tell you that much, because I thought fear would be higher and excitement is so low, and I know exactly why excitement is low. It's because of this whole section. When we slow down, literally because of that. I'm gonna do 45 seconds on this because they're just way too close. I'm glad we're at least in a position where we can just open it immediately, but I'm not happiest with it at the moment because the way we're slowing down here. And I'm also, now that we have this back section, I'm gonna take these same windows. We'll do that after, before we figure this out. One task at a time. Okay, so I love this situation. This is cool. How can I actively... Just do one. You gotta be so large, buddy. That creates for a little more of a smoother turn. And some better speed at the end here. Where are they? They're right there right now. Oh, they head over to us. I'm gonna pause that because I want to see what the situation is. That's crazy. I'm so happy to see that. The Colossal is just killing it on guest count right now. Thank you, Lightning Oil. Shout outs to you. Let's they're back in the station. Both of them are back in the station. If I had a block section somewhere, somehow, if I can pull it off, that'll give me 3 trains, right? I'm gonna look where I can make that happen. Why are you not moving? Feeling that it needs to go faster. Okay, I think because I set it to 45, even this is waiting at 45 seconds. Right? I don't even know how long this actually goes. So they go back through this helix. But they've already gone through the top hat. Alright, that's good to see. Then come through here. We pick up some speed. They seem a little quicker, but not by much. Just to make sure they're not coming too aggressively back in. It's definitely a lot faster than it was last time. Let's check those stats out real quick and then make, I think, 2 changes. And then the coaster's done. We'll definitely work on it throughout as time goes on. And I do also need to make sure supports are looking good. We need to make some cool there. I really love this moment here. I know the helix is just insanity, but this moment is so cool. Oh yeah, why am I slowing it down? I want to see the stats. Fear went up. Excitement didn't move much. I'm happy with nausea. Like, that makes me happy that it's really low, but it's a speed that we're picking up here. It's not crazy by the looks of it. Feeling that when this comes back in, this is going to cancel the rest out. What an annoying thing it does. 50, so we're keeping kind of average of 50. 52, 49, that's a little too quick when it comes back in. When does it start raining in this map? Our game. I forgot that we had weather set to auto. Okay. Alright, so where are the boring parts? This should be exciting. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Scared as heck. They're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? This should be fun. Wow, surprisingly quite a bit of green there. They love that roll. Little scared right there. Okay. We can definitely increase the brakes. Vertical GeForce, that's what I want to see. Bad. Nothing is at a 4. Okay, I was worried this might be a 4 point something this turn, but that's not bad. Oh, there, I saw it. Saw it. Okay. Oh, bit intensity there. So it looks like this moment right here is somehow the most intense. Good to know. Lastly, fear. Actually, fear I'm not worried about. It's because I know even coming into the back into the station is a little bit fearful. It's my excitement that I would like to get up at least into the green, because so somehow the tip of the top hat is not exciting at all. A little dull here right before we hit that LSM track. Okay. What I can do first is what did I just do? Oh, something must have been charged, right? Confused. I don't know what just happened. Okay, so there's a moment here where this kind of feels dull. I think I want to raise this. By a little bit, and then hopefully smoothing it out will kind of... Yes, there you go. Oh gosh, it is coming down. Does it? I didn't realize this. Oh no. I'm so sorry, you guys. Things you figure out after the damage has already been done. Okay, and then coming down there. Smoothing that out a bit. Okay. Don't know if that's the best, but it's something. Could increase or like just... And again, I do want something right there, so let's not touch that just yet. Okay. Does this go into the ground? Does a bit. Just realized I could do this. give it a little space. Okay. I think there should be fun. I want to write it and just double check things, although I do know about a couple of issues we have. So I'm gonna go fix these and we'll get some supports on there. What am I doing again here? Completely just zoned out there for a second. Or not zoned out, just my brain stopped working. Maybe adding like coast supports like that. Oh, we still need to add that flat ride too, you guys. I really want this rain to go away. Okay, this turn. Something that is bothering me about it. Like, what if over here we have it come like that and then roll into there? And this guy goes like that. What if we kind of did something similar? Roll that way, rather than have this awkward turn like that. So I'm gonna go fix that turn. We're gonna add the rest of these supports, and then I'll show you guys what we've basically done. So once again, I'll be right back. I hope you guys don't mind that. I just don't want to bore you guys with me doing these small, like, tidbit kind of things. So it's kind of like tidy work. It's kind of tedious and all that. That's the word I was looking for. Tedious. So hopefully I can kind of make that look right. Also get rid of some of these trees. But honestly, guys, this area is kind of looking cool. Let me know if you guys agree, but I will be right back. Okay, so I did a lot more smoothing. I fixed this turn to slightly match this guy, but it's a lot smoother, a little bit wider, comes out a little bit more. And we also added supports where I saw, you know, it would fit, it's not too much in the way and it makes sense. I just need to, I'm gonna work on this later, but I want to make a custom support that somehow goes, maybe it has to go at an angle like right here, and it can, you know, get to the right parts of this track, because right now the supports are on this, but because it's overlapping, they're not coming up. So we're gonna have to create some custom supports for this helix, and this is so cool. I love this, and it really it goes over our mountain range. Oh my gosh. And it never stopped raining, by the way. Just had to throw that in there. It never stopped raining. Because even if I wanted to, I can't override weather because we're in the challenge park right now. I don't know how it happened. Also, just another side note, but $200,000. What did we start out at the beginning of the episode? Like 50 something, maybe? I mean, close to that. So I'm so excited to see the park working the way it is right now. We're gonna continue and, you know, add a flat ride and do all the necessary things we need to do. I just want to quickly make sure that the rest of the park is running perfectly. I don't want to run into any issues where one of these break down. Because I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but when I was building up the coastal circuit area, 3 of the rides broke down. And it's not like I even looked at the prompts. I didn't even realize it. I turned around, I went to go check something, and I see smoke coming out of a ride. I'm like, excuse me? What's happening here? Then I look over and there's 2 more rides that are on, like, that are smoking. Just, it was kind of scary, okay? It was a little bit scary. Okay, and the other thing is, I'm trying to figure out what's the best way for me to make this queue. I want to open this ride up right now. Just get all the people on here, get them excited, but I want this queue to look good, and have a feeling I need to build the station up a little bit better and more. I don't know how aligned that is, but I don't think it is. Let's go ahead. I think the rain might be letting up a little bit. Let's get maybe plaster. Where's the... there. I think we have one here. You guys have seen this process before, but I just want to get this base finished up so that when we put the canopy on the top, it looks nice and flushed. Hopefully. I hate what's going on with the floor right now. You guys know how we're going to fix that? And is this a connect? Oh, nice. And I was thinking maybe right here we make like a tunnel for the coaster track. That could be kind of fun. If you guys remember, I did want to add fireworks. I think what we'll do is I'll do that off camera. And I might have a little surprise for you guys during our Ride POV. Although it's not much of a surprise if I say it like that. Oh, gosh. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to make it exactly like that with the supports on the side, but just to get an idea of where and how far up I want this to be, I think I'm going to take these arch extensions. Yeah. Over here, we can probably just get away with this guy. So ready for the rain to be gone right now. Oh my gosh. 2 here, right? Yeah, okay. So, because it does that curve, I want to make sure there's enough gap in space. For it to, you know, do its thing on the side. If that makes any sense. I think I might have to make some kind of custom board system like we've done over there. See for now how this turns out. Of course, we can't go that large. What if we could pull it off? Okay, so the supports come out to right about there. I want it to touch the canopy. Okay, 80, nice. We're gonna have to create some kind of cool board there as well. See how that looks when it comes all the way down this way. Oh, looks through here. That's interesting. Why is that? Okay. No. The building had to be a lot larger for that to have worked. Yeah, do you see just how well it looks when it's got supports holding the edges there? Really need that look. I have to really think about that one. How I want to, because I want to make an enlarged version of that right over here, but now that I'm looking at it, this is much wider than the station, especially the exit station. We're gonna need to even if I sorry, I don't want to take that one and mess it up. If I take this even down to right there, it looks a little goofy. So I'm gonna need to, first of all, raise it high enough so that it's seamless all the way through, and have some kind of structure in front of it to widen this, to make the building really stand out. And I don't want to do that on the back side. So I could. What if we made a little pavilion thing up here? I think I'm just thinking too much. Okay, while I think about that, let's get the flat right in. And I would have liked to open this up. The thing is, I would like to get the Q path be in a spot that I'm happy with and I don't have to mess with afterwards. Now we'll do this because I need to figure out what kind of theme I want to do. Okay. So if this We do a suspended cattle pen and then go down. You need our friend here to come down. How far back can you go without it getting? I mean, yes, that works. But okay. Being that it's for stat path, or for the stat, sorry, that should be fine. How do I want this to work? Do we have them go over the coaster and then make a glass bridge and then... Okay, hear me out on this. This guy, actually, so we don't actually delete anything that we need. Okay, then come back in here. This is what I want to see. Can I go over this? And then make this large enough where the building stands out and it looks like the coaster is going inside of it? Or am I just being ridiculous with this like what kind of creativity I'm looking to get out of this? It comes in quick, doesn't it? It'd be so cool if we made like a maintenance station or something like that here. It's a goal of mine to make a fully realized, realistic coaster. I don't think that's gonna work the way the coaster comes in. Just need to do something like that. I'm gonna have to get a little creative with this queue situation and really put some thought to it. See what works for us here. Oh, it just come out more. That's cool. Come out like out to here to make it come and connect to the path. What in the world is happening over here? Why are you picking up the terrain like that? I think creating a glass type or building with a lot of glass, so we're not creating just a ugly large blob of a square building. There's a lot of words to describe something. Square building right here. We're gonna have to really theme it up nicely so that we can place this on top. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to think about how we're gonna go about this, but let's go ahead and open this guy up, and gonna need power. Cool. Distributor, we have solar panels right there, thankfully, so we can use that. I'd like you to go under the building, please. Thank you. We do have a distributor under those grandstands. that. Price. What in the world is that? $0.89? Excuse me? What kind of... Okay. Just had to change it back. Oh my gosh, I was gonna restart the whole game if I had to. So for now, we're just gonna call this, if I can spell it right, oh my gosh. Postal Fury? Yeah. Let's do that for now. And I want the track to be, this is the supports, all black. We'll have to check it out. White and black and white, like a checkered flag. Yeah, that should be. Make sure it's not just blending in too much. You know what? I like that, especially the way it sits in front of the mountain range there. You can really see the white tracks popping. Let's do it. Open for business. What is the scenery rating? 8,000? Okay, that needs to be improved quite a bit. This was hurtful. this situation hurt my feelings because I was so excited that I felt like we added as much scenery as we could, and of course I'll do more. We still have to add our billboard signs throughout the area, but I just really felt like there was so much that we've done and are gonna do that I thought guests would be excited to ride it. But no. They just had to punish me. Okay. Let's go ahead and get strike down and then figure out how we want to go about this. Make sure those lights aren't on the path. That's the entrance. We'll make that go. Make it come over here. Yeah. And exit could be directly in front. Let's see if we can hug the flat ride as close as possible. Oh my gosh. I'm sure there's a way to do this perfectly. I don't got the patience for that. I think... Okay, cool. I thought it was going to be a problem for us. Cool. Okay. Change this color before anything else. Frame. What is the frame? Play around with this and see what goes well here. With our building especially. White seats, black support, or the what is it called? Seat restraints. Okay. Not too bad. Hopefully by adding that giant UFO looking dome on top, we'll get... Oh, what is this? Nice. We got the excitement on that. It was just nausea, so it looks like... Coastal Fury looks too scary. Okay. Look, here's the thing. What is this? This is not scary. This is so cool. I just realized we also need to put a photo booth here for guests to get photos. I mean, I get it. Look at that thing. I totally understand where they're coming from, but this is such a cool coaster. Yes, there could be a few things we'll change, but this is a cool coaster. I'm so happy with it. No more distractions. I've said that so many times. I apologize. Before I put this, I should test this and see how high it gets. What does it do exactly? Oh, interesting. That is the high point of it. Well, the width of it at least, so that it kind of comes out of the base. What I should do here, all the way down and then bring it up. I want to make sure I cover the view as well. Make sure that's not getting the poster either. Really lovely. Power. I actually have that ready for you. Oops. I'm way too close on my bad. Facilities. Let's play there. You, buddy. Actually. Going off of this generator. Call you. Coastal. Bucks. Go ahead and open it up. Please ride my coaster. Please. That's all I ask of you. It's not that scary. There's almost 2,000 guests here. One of you. Few of you. 1.8 with 5.7 excitement. Yes, excitement could be up. Maybe that's what I need to adjust. The fear is good there. That's not bad. There, right there is a huge problem. It makes a lot of sense. Just looking at when it goes down. Okay. Some excitement. I wonder if it balances out what's going on there. And they're once again pooping themselves as they go up there. Oh my gosh, the way how slow it goes over the top hat is hilarious to me. Right under the track. Up. Over. Okay, so excitement's great there. I mean, this could be better, but we're green on the board. It's in here. I don't know why I'm saying excitement. I mean fear. Fear is like in the green, we're not doing too bad. Before it disappeared, there was an 11 right there. I think the way the rest of the coaster path is pretty balanced by the looks of it. I have a feeling when it comes back into the station, they get a little afraid. Ooh. Okay, why is that? Why is it almost to 7.2 here? Why is that? So where I can fix things, I'll definitely, like that, I'm gonna look into. This, I just have to, I think I need to increase the rest of the excitement for the coaster and maybe it'll balance it out a little bit. Oh my gosh. At 144, we need to get to 110, below 110. $10,000? Okay. I will hire every janitor I need. I know that makes no sense because then you're paying for these janitors now, but I will do it. Look at this. Look at that queue. Look at this. Amazing stuff. Now, can you guys just walk right over here and just do the same thing maybe, you know? That'd be pretty great. I think. So we have a bit of an exit too. Biggest fan of what just happened there. Maybe I'll just do that for now. Fine. Yeah. I will make this $2 if I have to. You know what? We're gonna ride it. 1,000 prestige. I'm at a loss of words right now. Go-Karts, I know it's been a problem in the past to get guests to ride. But these stats shouldn't make someone feel like Coastal Fury looks too scary for me. I don't think that's warranted. Okay? Just ignore that. Ignore that situation. And just look at the stats. This isn't bad. As it comes right back in this way. I really do like the way this coaster is laid out. I kind of want to see what it looks like on the ground. Yeah, it's very sprawling. Oh, let's go over the bridge and see what it looks like actually. We need to do some changes there. So I'm gonna go and get this all fixed up. We're gonna clean up some of these things here. I'm gonna check to see if there are any changes I can do to the coaster to make it better. I'm gonna do that. But you guys, because the way YouTube videos work, I'm just kidding. You guys are jumping in straight into a cinematic ride POV. So I hope you guys enjoy. Put you right where the entrance is, and I will meet you right here when we exit. And no, actually, oh come on, I should know my own map layout. We're gonna, oh, I think no, that's an employee, that's staff. Gosh darn it, I thought they were heading to the coaster. I'll see you guys right here after the ride POV. So enjoy, and then we'll do final thoughts and see what else needs to be done. And I'd love to hear what you guys think after the video is done. We'll see you guys in the end. And there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that cinematic ride through. I'll be honest, I had so much fun editing that. It was my first time trying to edit that kind of video style and trying to match. I've tried to match coasters with a song before, but not to that degree. So hopefully I'm a little like more comfortable with it now, so I think I'll definitely, you know, start doing that more often. There's no way I'm gonna stop doing that. That was too much fun. So before we cap off the episode, I want to show you guys what some of the changes we made. Let's go ahead. I don't know why it's so dark. And then that sunlight. Okay, cool. So I did download the Sky Studio mod just to really experiment with how it works, and honestly I love the atmosphere you're able to create with it. But for some reason I feel like it left something behind, like some of the effects, because it seemed way brighter, and I don't remember the sunsets ever looking that good. Right? I don't know. But you guys saw some of the changes that were done before we had the cinematic ride through. Completed this roof, made these support pieces that I would love to improve. I'm not the happiest with them, but we definitely need to make them oh, why can't I talk? Have them make sense is basically what I was trying to say there. Have them make sense, because right now it just looks like wooden sticks holding up a massive canopy somehow. But I love these lights and having this blue effect right under there. You guys have seen some of those fireworks now that are playing, and this is the other building that I was talking about, the dome canopy that sits over the flat ride. We added some of those same lights on the sides as well as under, yes. And then we had the just a centerpiece, another F1 car rotating on the top. Thought it was kind of fun as the coaster weaves around this. And we got our go-karts running. Oh yeah, look at this guy. So I basically put underglow on the coaster, which I don't think I've done before. I've usually put lights maybe on the side, especially those neon box lights, but never under the coaster. And I think I'm gonna start doing that more. It adds such a cool effect, because as the coaster is going through the track, it's glowing on the track, and it's not just glowing outwards, so that yes, it's cool to see when you're the guest and you see this coaster go by and you see this, you know, cool light effect on the side. I love that. But there's something about maybe also adding an underglow to the coasters. I'm definitely going to start doing that more often. And then we added these two small lights right here to mimic the lights that you would usually see on F1 cars, because we don't really have small. I think over here I did something similar but with different lamps. Yeah, these guys, forget the name for them. Standard lamp. Okay, perfect. Pretty standard. So I'm really happy with the way things have turned out, but there are things I would like to improve. So the coaster station itself, the coaster experience, I'm just bamboozled or confused by these guest thoughts. One says Coastal Fury looks too scary, and then Coastal Fury doesn't look scary enough for me. What? What? And then there's been no guest. It's established somehow. I'm not sure how that's possible. These are our ride stats. I don't think I've showed you guys this before. I can understand the scary part, and you guys will see right now, or maybe you're seeing already. We had 137 seconds of duration, 674 meters of track length, max speed of 74 miles per hour, and then 46 meter drop. 7.3 Gs on lateral is a bit too high. And then 5 Gs on vertical, again, too high. So I'm pretty shocked at the fear level being in the green. It's good, but I'm not sure how that's possible. Because I have my assumptions as to where those high G's are coming from. And this is one section, and this turn here and this turn right here, because this is a sharp turn into the helix. So my assumption is that those three are hurting the GeForce rating right now. Sounds like a shoe series. I'm really happy with the way everything has turned out. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but you saw it in the coaster ride through. Kind of took advantage of the dugout, made it more official, added some plaster support, some lighting inside. Finished off the track with some of those billboards. I think there's some over here too. Yeah. And then I think that's kind of it. We also added the glass piece on the back of the grandstands here. I don't think we did that before. I really like the look of being able to see the coaster in the background there. And then I think that's it for now. There wasn't much else I did off camera that you guys saw. This is so cool, but I have a feeling that we're gonna have to delete this and maybe change a few things, which is fine because that means I get to make another ride cinematic video. Right? I mean, that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please let me know if you did. If you're like, hey, Finesse, just stick to the other stuff. Let's not do that again. Let me know. I will take your opinions into consideration. But thank you guys so much for checking out today's video. I had so much fun. I hope you guys did too. And until next time, have a wonderful day as well as a wonderful week. Take care. Bye.